I'm the Drama Life Prison Wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before all face to blink. Yes, it's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, guys, good to be before you. Yeah, still here amongst the living. But no holding you, it is a blessing because I'm realizing I may not have been here. Only reason I am here is because God still has purpose for me, right? So through my life, I'm going to always point you back to the Lord, the Holy Spirit, to that's who kept me. That's who's keeping me. And that's the reason that I'm here. So I'm going to point you back to him, girl. Okay. So today is March 24th, 2025. Yes, girl. Okay. So I had the story time of surviving ketoacidosis. Um, it is parts, I believe, 1 through 7, the long story time. But girl, if you looking for content, because I have been searching for more and more content about ketoacidosis, and especially for content with ketoacidosis with type 2 diabetes. Um, and I don't see the type 2. All I see is a lot of story times from type 1. Some medical professionals are saying you can get it in type 1 and 2, but type 2 is rare. I know a lot of people that have type 2 diabetes. None of them have had ketoacidosis or DKA. So I'm going to make some content. So the next person, you already know I paved the way. Cadillac is the plow that goes through the treads to pave the way when the path is not already there. Just as I do with the wrongful conviction. Nobody's sitting up there talking about wrongful conviction. I paved the way for that so that the next person going through that can have like some type of resources, right? That they know where to turn or have some answers. So I'm going to do this as well. My channel, if you're first just finding me, I am an artist first and foremost, right? I use my art for what I believe in, which is justice. I am hard down on justice, not the illusion of justice that we really have in this world, which the illusion of justice really is just injustice, right? So I fight for real justice, true justice. I started when my husband was wrongfully incarcerated. It's about to be 23 years ago. Okay, he was wrongfully arrested about 24 years ago, 2 months after getting off of bed rest from giving birth to my daughter. I have been in a fight of my life forever. I've been ripping and running, trying to break his wrongful conviction story, trying to be a single mother, trying to be an artist. So I live this crazy, and because I don't make money with my art, with my content, with anything my hands touch, I have to always still stay a um, employee, right? Upon over the years, I started losing my eyesight, becoming legally blind. Not nothing due to diabetes. This is just something I developed a rare eye disease called keratoconus, and I had a slip and fall, which I got fired, which led to herniated disc and a bunch of other complications. So I worked through pain, but the push through that gets me through the pain is the fighting for my family. But upon being in the fight of my life, the one thing that we tend to do is put ourselves last place. We put ourselves, we put our health, we put everything to the forefront. And that ended me up in the hospital, in ICU. Just a week ago, I was released from ICU. So I'm trying to get back to my normal self. Um, I know God is going to restore me. There is the fear that, maybe, but I'm not even going to go down that route. Why would God keep me through this? DKA, which upon getting to the hospital, I'm hearing that many of the patients are in a coma state. I've been wide awake. I'm not in that state. And to be released and to see how bad my DKA got, it got to the point where I was just dropping pounds. Like I went from 248, a big healthy woman, strong woman, fat and muscle, and I lost 50 pounds of fat and muscle. In DKA, basically, my body was utilizing all the fat for energy in my body because it was panicking. So it made me severely drop um, fat weight, and that fat actually saved my life, right? So it's not always bad being overweight, girl, right? I used to call myself Miss Thick. So Miss Thick, that little thickness saved your girl, right? But it's only so long that the body can eat off the fat in the body. It also dropped my muscle mass. So I am going to have to basically gain back my strength. And it's like crazy because I call myself Super Rapid Woman. I'm a superhero. I've been a superhero to many. I'm also caregiver to my sister who is epileptic. It's just a lot. I'm a new grandmother. I got two grandbabies that I be chasing all around the world and back. Y'all know I love kids, so I'm always vlogging. We're always somewhere doing something. And the constant go, 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 go left health in the back seat, all the way to the back, right? Okay, so today I did go to my follow up after being released from the hospital. I guess because I do release my story times backwards, just so you can see them in the correct order. Like I'm an overthinker, girl, but that's the reason I do that. I release them backwards so that when you come to my page, they're in the correct order. Because I hate when I'm looking, I got one story time and then I'm looking for the next part. No, I want it in order, right? So today I went to my follow up. I'm gonna do that first and then I'll do the hospitalization story time. Sorry, I did not push do not disturb. I always forget that. Y'all forgive me. Once I get myself together more, I will be trying to up up like upgrade my content, right? Like better quality content. But if you just riding here just to hang out with your girl, then I know you good. But there are some that's looking for all the glitz, the glamour, the theatrics, the perfectness almost, the illusion of perfectness. So you know. Okay, so today I I was hospitalized for DKA. I spent 4 days in the hospital. I had not been hospitalized since I had my daughter 24 years ago. That was the only hospital experience. Like I said, I'm the caregiver. I'm the one that comes through. I'm the one that's there for everybody. So I am not the one that is expected to be sick. I don't even expect myself to be sick, right? Many times I do feel bad. Your body's talking to you. My body was talking to me, but I feel bad a lot. So you kind of push through it, you ignore it. You know you got this other stuff you got to tend to, so you just keep it moving, right? Now, God kept me through that because He knew I would have just kept on trucking. He made so many strategic things happen that did not make sense as they were happening, but He made them happen so that He could preserve my life. He was guiding me even when I did not know. That means that GPS, y'all know my name Cadillac, right? God is my GPS. That's what the G in GPS stands for. God. Now I don't know what the P and S stand for. We'll figure that out later. But the G stands for God. Yes. He was leading me when I didn't even know. And so crazy finding out now looking back, all the right decisions were made and we didn't even know what we were doing. I didn't know why I was dehydrated. I didn't know why I was dropping weight. But every decision strategically fit together. And that is because God kept me through it. I also believe because I have been getting closer, drawing closer to my holy the Holy Spirit has been leading me. But my God, oh my goodness, I have been really on a spiritual journey. I can tell you it did start when I turned 40. Before 40, I only had little puzzle pieces. The picture made no sense. I couldn't understand it. I really just thought I was cursed because the worst of the worst things happened to me. But I'm also tell you the best of the best things happened to me. So it's never really no in between. It's mostly bad stuff happening and then some extremely good things happening, but far and few in between. But on a daily basis, just struggling, can't understand. So at age 40, I started drawing closer to God. I yelled out, "What is wrong with me?" Shortly after my 40th birthday. And it's almost like God was like, "Okay, I'm glad you asked. Since you asked, let me show you. Let me tell you something." And he did. He slowly started to release different things to me. And basically, I had given up and I was like, if you put me here for a purpose, I clearly missed the assignment. So I just want to. But if you could do anything with this, you can have me. Because I can't do nothing with this. I have tried and it's not happening. And that is when I just started getting closer. I started reading actually, really, really reading my Bible. Had never really did that before in my life. Even though we say we read our Bible, okay, we're getting off on a whole different tangent. But this a testimony, y'all. I'm sorry. But yeah, so this is how I got here. Accumulation of a lot of bad choices when it comes to health being put on the back burner. So I end up in the hospital for 4 days. Can't sit still. I never park. I keep going. I'm running that gas, pushing that gas, running into work. Sometimes I don't get no meal before work. Sometimes it's space far few in between. And I'm just pushing, pushing, pushing. So when I got out of the hospital, it's been a challenge this week. They did, the only way to treat DKA is through treatment through insulin. So they did have to put me on insulin. It may not be permanent. We're trying to, all praises be to God, it ain't permanent. It is not permanent. And if it is, then that is His will, and He will get me through it. Yes, Lord. So, yeah, but it has been challenging being thrusted into it. Um, Basically, finding out you have diabetes in this manner. Um, Crazy. I didn't know nothing about nothing, running around trying to figure out how to even check my blood sugars. Then trying to, how do I do the insulin? Like, it's been crazy. It's been a wild ride, but I'm figuring it out. My sugars are coming down. My diet, I've been overloading on learning. Like me, if you know me, just like when I was blindsided and my husband was wrongfully convicted. Oh, baby, I had no knowledge of the legal system. But when I get in an issue, girl, I go from not knowing nothing to the expert of experts. So I seek information, and God also downloads information or shows me directions to basically dig for information. So, needless to say, I might not be that great at the meal plans. Like right now, oh my gosh, there's so many different diabetic meal plans. Um, Trying to figure out everything. Y'all know I'm not a cook, I'm an artist. So I'm having to learn how to prepare meals for myself. Um, Girl, and then when you rushing a lot, to be honest, when you're rushing around a lot, you're eating more of the eating out more because you haven't ate and you just need to eat something, and you're lacking the time to prepare your meal. That as well, that over busy overdrive life, which I associate with the matrix living, right? Matrix living kind of ends you up like this, like where I'm at, right? That pushing for that American dream. My American dream, I just want my husband home. Live our life, our simple life, make some money off my artwork. My artwork is good, girl, but that's it. That's all I want in an American dream. I don't need no big fancy house. Don't need no big fancy cars. But so I just went to my appointment. Maybe I'll do a second video because this one is getting kind of long. But my sugars are coming down. I know how to check my sugar now. I know how to insert my insulin, and my planning my meals and stuff, and actually eating on time and things like that. I'm kind of getting somewhat of a grasp of it. I'm being more mindful of what I eat, how I eat, and what my body does after and before eating. Getting more mindful of that, listening to my body, trying to find out because from all the diabetics that I talk to, they know when their sugar's up, they know when their sugar's down, they know when their blood pressure's off. They know their body. So I'm trying to get in tune with my body. Um, we went over a couple of different things, basically all the stuff that happened at the hospital, just to verify everything was correct. This My new primary, which is a nurse practitioner, she's perfect, she's excellent. I'm a person that didn't like sitting in doctors' faces like that because I've had a couple of times I had a lot of shame with the doctors that I had with my daughter growing up, and then I as well was shamed a couple of times going to the doctor. Doctors left a bad taste in my mouth, and then actually also my mother passed due to negligence of somebody. So it really is a bitter, nasty taste about going to hospitals, about going to doctors, about any of that. I just want to stay healthy and stay out of their face, right? But I missed that assignment. But thank God that have a primary now that I feel comfortable with, that I don't feel shamed. That is not because I also have other issues like I really believe I have ADHD. I am a person that's hard to teach. It's very hard to teach me. But once I got it, baby, I got it. And I figured things out kind of backwards from other people. Um, and I also show signs of dyslexia. There's a lot of mental stuff going on, right? Which makes it hard for me to learn. But when I learn, girl, I'm good. And I'm a hard worker. And I'm a person that's going to work overtime to get myself up to speed. So we went over, and I'm sorry, I said all that just to say she bared with all my million and one questions. Even if I asked the same question in a different way, just like they do at trial, they set up and they ask you, did you see blah, 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 blah. And then they'll turn around and rephrase it to see if they catch you up. Girl, I do the same thing. I'm going to ask you this same question till I have the full understanding multiple times. And some people do get irritated, but she did not. Um, she actually filled in a lot of the blanks that my old primary just didn't I don't know if he didn't see these things or if he didn't take the time or if he, I don't know what it is, if he just didn't know, but she filled in more blanks. She gave me more answers. She gave me some hope because it was no hope on the table when I left the first. She was my second opinion, right? So I went for a first opinion, got a second opinion. She was my second opinion, left me with answers, left me with hope, and left me knowing that we can get past this, that hopefully everything is going to pan out in a certain manner, and just keep doing whatever I'm doing because my sugars are looking good. Um, it is also kind of breaking up that nervousness about going to doctors because I was seeing a doctor like once a year. You're always in that state of, oh my gosh, I know I drank that Dr. Pepper last week. I know for employee appreciation, I had that cupcake. I had that donut because I work at a theme park. Oh my goodness, I went crazy because had pizza. And so you always have that, oh my gosh, what have I done feeling until you get your results or whatever. But now is breaking up that is breaking all that up to where I can feel more comfortable going to the doctor. And also, my next step, I have to see an endocrinologist because they're more knowledgeable about all of these different things. And by me being on insulin, um, it's much better for them to have them check everything out, make sure I'm good, um, and everything is functioning well and things like that. So that is the next step, going to the endocrinologist. I will keep you informed about my progress. Again, I'm doing this because I've been looking for content like this and I don't see it, and I don't see, and some of them I want people that look like me to see. Sometimes you relate more when the person is from your similar demographic, right? So let me put this content out here. Again, I don't think I'm going to leave it on this channel because this is my prison wife life, fight for justice channel, but this is part of prison wife life. Prison wives tend to not take care of themselves as well because if you have kids, number one, them kids, then number two, your husband is utilizing a lot of time, effort, because it's not easy to be a prison wife. And then whatever goals and aspirations, and if you have to work, all the other things that come in life, prison wives tend to take a back seat on themselves. All right, guys, I am going to walk at the park down the street, review my video, see how well your girl did through the video. I plan on recording the story time of being in the hospital. And hopefully later, the whole time I was in the hospital, boy, I was following. I don't know if you ever heard Paperwork Party. Oh, this is one of my new favorite YouTubers. But I've been caught up in the basically Angie Stone case, like crazy. One of my favorite artists. I can't believe, like, but that's the content I ended up consuming and getting stuck on while in the hospital. But even afterwards, I've been following Paperwork Party. Yes. So I think I'm going to hopefully now I'm regaining some of my energy. I can finish my latest project, Reach the World, of Introverted Rockstar. Introverted Rockstar. I don't even think he knew that I was drawing him because I did kind of tag him in my videos of doing it, but I haven't had a response back. So at least he's not like waiting for it or whatever. But hopefully today I can finish it. My latest project, Reach the World, and maybe I can get back to some of my art because over time I gonna start feeling a little bit better, a little more energized. This is why your girl was going to bed. This is why. Like I couldn't figure out why I had no energy. Wasn't nothing helping your girl. Your girl usually, and I kept saying, I know me. I can push through this. I can push through this tiredness. Like, what the heck is this where I can't push through this? But it was because I was in DKA. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Hiss your girl Cadillac.